So, as I've said before, during my Link to the Past marathon, I promised you guys a little tiny segment. I didn't say it was going to be long, but I did promise you guys a little bit of a glitch exhibition. So welcome to The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past Glitch Run. So, obviously I don't know all the glitches, I'm not a speedrunner, but I did. This is a modified debug version of the game that allows you to walk through walls. And by doing this, we can check out a couple cool secrets, including the legendary Chris Houlihan room. So, I'll get into that in a second. My controller is not working. You've beaten this game that many times? I haven't beaten this game that many times, but I did just do a 12-hour stream of it last week, literally a week ago. Why is my, oh, there we go. B. I did this as a, to test to make sure that it worked. We'll start from the beginning. Alright, chat. Pop, since you gave 100 bits, what are we naming them? It's up to you. I'll name them anything you want. What? It's a Sunday stream. What are we naming them? It's gotta fit, though. Meat. Okay, you got it. Alright. Meat. Sweet. Let us begin. Help me, Marina! Sunday stream Zelda edition. We usually don't play too many Zelda games on Sunday streams, except for when we did Space World. But today is going to be something different. It's going to be short, but check this out. I am a prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda. Yeah. We're not here about the story today. So, how many of you guys know what the Chris Houlihan room is? Press 1 if you know what it is. Press 2 if you have no idea what I'm talking about. I just want to kind of gauge how many of you guys know what I'm, like, how much backstory I should give. Okay, is there anybody that doesn't know what it is? Or I will skip the backstory. Okay, Charlations doesn't know? Okay. So, what is so special about this version of the game? I'll talk about it in a second, though. You don't know? Okay, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it then. I just wanted to see. So, we can walk through walls. Now, why does this matter? Because at this point in the game, you are not supposed to be able to go to Kakariko Village, but we're going to do that right now. And there's a lot more interesting things than you would think. So let's whoop, walk through the woods. Walk through the fence. Walk through the woods. Here we are. Now, here's a fun thing. You're not ever supposed to be able to get to Kakariko Village while it's like raining and thunderstorming. So that's already kind of interesting. So, yeah. So, what is the Chris Houlihan room? Well, whoops. Let me tell you the backstory while we talk to this kid. In the 1990s, before this game came out, there was a Nintendo contest in North America. There's no such thing as the Chris Houlihan room in the Japanese version of the game. It's just one thing known as the test room or the debug room. But in the North American version, there was a contest held. And just imagine being this legendary. I forgot what you had to do, but you had to pretty much just like submit like a letter or something to enter in the contest. Again, this was like before like the internet was like widely, noted as a magazine contest. And the winner of the Nintendo contest would get their name in one of Nintendo's next big games. Now, little did this person know that it would end up being one of the most legendary, no pun intended, games ever created. And it would be featured in The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. So, there is a room that exists in this game as a fail-safe room, okay? And pretty much if you're ever playing Link's Awakening, there's different ways to trigger it, blah, 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 blah. But there is a glitch prevention measure in this game where if the game's code doesn't know which room to load, like let's say that you go into a room and somehow you glitch it and the game doesn't know which room needs to be loaded next, it automatically reverts to what is called the Chris Houlihan room. And what that means is it's an empty room filled with a shit ton of rupees, and on the wall it says, "Hi, my name is Chris Houlihan," stuff like that. So if you're wondering, how does this room get activated and why does it exist? Again, it's an anti-glitch feature. So if there's ever a glitch and the game doesn't know what room needs to be loaded, it automatically reverts to the Chris Houlihan room. Now, using this glitch, we can actually find out where this room is located in the game's files. Because as a 2D game, not to break your immersion, but as a 2D game, all the rooms in this game are laid out, like think of it as if you had a huge carpet. Imagine like a huge carpet in front of you, and all of the game's dungeons, rooms, and tiles are all laid out on the floor. By using this wall breaking glitch, we can actually walk there, and we can access and see that where the Chris Houlihan room is laid out. So let's go to the sanctuary that you go to after rescuing Zelda. Let's head to the sanctuary, and I will show you the Chris Houlihan room. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, it's literally a default room, but just imagine being the lucky kid that got their name immortalized in this game forever. Alright, so we're going to head to the sanctuary. And this is exactly where the room is, if you ever want to get there without glitching. Now, you can watch, there's a lot of guides and tutorials about how to access it. You have to, like, get Link's movement off by bumping into certain objects and stuff, but this way is a lot easier to show it. So, if you go to the sanctuary, I don't need to talk to this guy, but I'm going to anyways. I'm going to open up the chest with the heart piece. If you go right one screen and up 2 screens, we will reach the Chris Houlihan room. Not now, Zelda. You don't have time for your shenanigans. There we go, and here we are, chat. Here's the room, and there's a bunch of rupees, and let's read what this says. If we can, here we go. My name is Chris Houlihan. This is my top secret room. Keep it between us, okay? And there you go. And in every single version of Link to the Past, whether you play it on Super Nintendo, you play it on the Game Boy, you play it on the Nintendo Switch Online, this room exists. Yes, the kid's name only shows up in the English American version. In the Japanese version, it's just known as, I think, the debug room or test room. I don't know exactly what the message is, but it just says, like, test room or hidden room or something. Only in the North American version is it referred to as the Chris Houlihan room, because he was the winner of that contest in 1991, I believe, or 1992. And this room exists. It's not modded in. It exists in every official released version of A Link to the Past. So, but before we move on, let's just randomly explore, shall we? It's just cool to see how this game is. If you go through the walls, you can see exactly where, unfortunately, Zelda's going to be bothering us, but we can see exactly where all the rooms are laid out. So yeah, you're going to start to notice that, like, there's some texture glitches when you do this, because you're going to be going to places you're not supposed to go. And you're going to be, like, loading in a lot of very weird things. Also, a lot of you guys might be wondering, but Zach, what if you go past... This is Trash Sunday, yes. You just missed Mario's penis game. We're going to be getting a bunch of trash in a second. I'm just showing off glitches for A Link to the Past, because I wasn't able to do it during the marathon. So a lot of people are probably wondering, what happens if you go beyond the limits of Hyrule? Like, what if, because, like, let's open up the map. Here's the map. What if we just go past the limits of Hyrule? I'm going to check down. I'm going to show you guys that next. So let's just keep going north. Because something does happen if we go beyond the boundaries of Hyrule Kingdom. The only reason I'm doing this on Trash Sunday is because I didn't get to it in my 12-hour-a-thon. So I thought, in between all the trash, let's do some glitches of Link to the Past. So let's keep going north. Let's keep going north. Towards the Lost Woods. Help me, I'm in the dungeon. Alright, let's keep going, let's keep going. Even more north. So, if you break it, the map just doesn't know what to do with itself, and different sections of Hyrule start to blend together randomly because the game has no idea where you're supposed to go or where it's supposed to load. So here is a really... I don't even know where that is. I don't know where we just went. I think we just may have just crashed the game. The game has no idea what to do, so multiple rooms start to get loaded at once. Let's load the game. Whoops. So directly above Link's house is... Holy shit. Directly above Link's house is a glitch. So don't ever go there. I also want to go to the sewers and show you guys some stuff there. Let's go. We're not going to go all the way to Zelda, but I do want to go to the Hyrule Castle sewage. It is kind of like a creepypasta. Also, here's another fun thing. This is what I love about this game, too. Let's take a look at the map again. Hyrule Castle is not actually as large as you think it is. In fact, the game does a pretty good job of, like, tricking you into thinking it's larger than it is. Because check this out. It actually gets cut off, and it's not, like, as extended. So, let's listen to the guard. See what he says. Hey, you're not allowed in the castle. Go get some sleep. Well, fuck you. He can't stop us today. But look at this. We're not going to go through the thing. But look at how small Hyrule Castle actually is if we go through it. Let's go north. There's the gate, and look at this. This might shock you. It actually just cuts off right there and goes to this area beyond the river. So they didn't even bother to model the back half of the castle because, in fact, it gets cut off. So it's actually an optical illusion to make you think that the castle's a lot larger than it is. Just to save on, like, map space. So it just gets cut off. There actually isn't a top version of the castle loaded in this. Yeah. It's just like a trick. It just goes from the bottom of the castle to this room. The reason why you don't know this is because, like, it has the moat. You're always forced to go around, you know? You're never able to actually see it for what it is, if that makes sense. So, should I show this off again? Oops. It won't let me because I don't have the Zora flippers, actually. Yeah. It's just very creative game design, because you're always going, like, out of your way around the castle, so you're never going to see that top. But, it does kind of ruin the immersion of it. But let's go back into the sewage. So yeah, like I said, there actually, it just gets cut off right there. There is no, you know, there's no rest of the castle in existence. All right, so we could go this way, but let's talk to our uncle to get the sword. Meat, I didn't want you to do this. Zelda is your daddy. Keep going. So, have you guys realized it yet? Yeah, the sewage is actually connected to the same dungeon as what's it called? Is that the Dark Palace? I don't remember. The Courage, whatever it's called. So they're actually they're in the same loading zone. So while you're in the sewage, you can actually access one of the first major dungeons of the game. Same as you can also access the second dungeon, the desert one. So all of the dungeons are actually connected in the same loading zone just to save time on, just to save, like, storage space on the Super Nintendo. So by going through the walls, you can actually see, so it's fun whenever you're playing these games. You're actually, all the dungeons are just one big dungeon. You just don't see that when you're doing it like this. Whoops. I just want to do a tiny bit more exploring, and then we'll move on. Yeah, it's kind of like Ocarina of Time. Remember how I told you guys, hey, this is the Swamp Palace. Remember how I told you guys in Ocarina of Time? Whoops, I think I just got stuck. Remember how I told you guys in Ocarina of Time that when you go to the bottle grottos, all of the grottos are actually loaded in the same area? So if you were able to boundary break the camera, every underground grotto in Ocarina of Time is the same room. It's pretty much the same concept, the same principle at play here. Unfortunately, I did get stuck here, though, which is unfortunate. I should have made a save state before this. It's okay. We can go southward. True, but like the way that the game's like memory system works is having complete separate areas for like different loading zones would actually be more strenuous on the hardware than having a bunch of tiles loaded in side by side, if that makes any sense. Let's go to... Actually, I can't go to the Pyramid of Power, unfortunately. I wish there was a way to, like, not play this particular song. Yo, thanks for the bits, dude. I appreciate it. What's above the blacksmith room? Yeah, there's a lot of empty, unused rooms as well. Which usually causes the game to glitch out really hard. Hey! If you ever wondered what's behind the fortune teller, it's a secret empty room. You see Link's connected head over there? Help me. I'm in the dungeon of the castle. Yes, Zelda, we get it. The funny thing is, using this, it's actually possible to accidentally walk into the Triforce room and beat the game. So if you walk enough, you can eventually, theoretically, walk into the Triforce room, and it will trigger the last cutscene of the game. Now, unfortunately, off the top of my head, I do not remember where the Triforce room is, but that is possible. People have done it. And look at that, we found, and we're back at the Chris Houlihan room. Hey, look at that. Link is now invisible, though. So that's one unfortunate side effect of that, but we did find the Chris Houlihan room again. It's a very glitched Turtle Rock, by the way. But, yeah. That was just a short little glitch exhibition. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I wanted to show it off. There's some more secrets and some more glitches, but I don't have anything really prepared. It was just a short little thing that I wanted to show you guys because we weren't able to go into the Chris Houlihan room, and I wanted to show you how a lot of the dungeons are connected, even though it doesn't seem that way when you play, like, you know, the vanilla version of the game. So I hope that you enjoyed that. That was our little Zelda segment. And if you guys missed any of this, feel free to go to our YouTube channel. Our first channel is our main stuff where I edit all the videos, and the second channel is our archive channel for our full uncut live streams, including tonight's stream. So if you want to check out that stuff, all of it's in a nice playlist. So, yeah. But new things are so cool. Yeah, and one of these days, I'll show you guys getting to the Triforce, or I'll show getting to the Triforce room, but it is a little bit complicated because you have to, like, glitch into the Dark World and then go through there. But I'll show that off. I just don't remember the path because, unlike the Chris Houlihan room, it's a lot more complicated of a path to memorize. And I have not done it in a while, so I just need to re-jog my memory. But up next, chat, we've played some Mario, we've played some Zelda. But are you guys ready for Shirt Storm?